Welcome to this lesson, and this lesson is a recording of the live session where we will be creating a hallway sketch together. If we haven't met yet, I'm Kate, an illustrator, and I have been collaborating with designers and architects worldwide, and I worked on different types of projects and created beautiful visualizations for homes, hotels, restaurants, and even for movie set designs and TV shows. I really like to turn idea in visual story, and that's exactly what I share in my courses. In this lesson you will learn many useful and interesting techniques, and I will be happy to see your result, your sketch. Please share it with me, and also please share your feedback about the lesson, which also means a lot to me. And this lesson just a little part of sketching process, and if you would like to learn more, welcome to join my courses, where you will learn everything step by step and in detail. Let's begin the lesson. Before we start the lesson, please download the necessary materials from the platform, the images and brushes. We won't be drawing the outline sketch in this lesson to save time. If you haven't learned this before and want to know more, feel free to join my courses. In this task, we will be creating a new version of the design visualization, so we will use this photo. Let's create a new canvas. Tap on plus sign, and I usually use centimeters. And let's create, for example, canvas size 40 on 30, or you can create 30 on 21. It's also okay. Depends on how many layers you have on your iPad. And next, tap create. Okay, next you need to add this photo. So you can do like this. Add this photo. Okay, adjust the size. So like something like that. Maybe let's rotate it. And I think it's square. So okay, it's fine. Next, we can adjust the canvas size. Let's crop. So we only need this part. Okay. Next, let's add this outline drawing, because now I don't want to spend time on drawing these outlines. What you need to actually adjust this outline drawing so the lines of between the wall and ceiling match the line of this on this photo, and also here. So just make it, I need to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, this is good. And next step, you need to set drawing guide. For that, you go to the menu drawing guide, swipe to the right, edit drawing guide, perspective, and here, let's see, we need to, let's first set the first vanishing point for the drawing. It will be here. So you need to see the lines that go along the parallel edges and set this vanishing point. If you have questions, please feel free to write them under the video. I also explain this method in more detail in my courses. Okay, and next I'm going to draw this horizon line. It will be easier for me to set the second vanishing point. And next, set the second vanishing point. I see not so much edges of parallel edges, so I see only of this sofa. So it will be somewhere here and here. Yes. So if you have time, of course, you can use this photo, this image, set the drawing assistant, and then draw the outline sketch above. Just for this session, I prefer to do this, don't spend time on drawing this outline sketch. Okay, next, I don't want to see these drawing guides. I make them invisible. And next I will need only this part of the ceiling. Everything I will cover and draw above. And what we can do now, now I'm on the layer with this image, and I select the area of the ceiling. I need this area. I use freehand selection, and I select it. And choose copy and paste. Okay, this is good. And next, let's create a new layer above the layer with the image and fill it with one color. So it will be white color. I don't need this line. And you see now, I see this I see this ceiling, and next let's fill with one solid color all the areas. I create again a new layer, use freehand selection, and I select the area for the wall first here, and I will use light gray color. And next I create a new layer above and use again freehand selection, and I will fill with one solid color the area for the floor. And let's choose a little bit darker tone to see it better here. Next, let's see what we need to do. We need to show here the part of the plaster, and here will be wood texture and mirror. Let's create again a new layer and fill all these areas with one solid color. Here let's select and fill with a white color. Next, let's select the areas where will be wood, here and here. And let's pick brown color and create a new layer, and in the layer menu choose fill layer. Good. Next I create a new layer again, and I will select the areas where I want to show mirrors. Here and here. And let's choose, for example, this color. And again, in the layer menu, choose fill layer. Good. And you see now we have already something. Next, let's add this console here, and it will be, as you can see on this mood board, like this one. We can take it from this image, but we need to use black color, and I will show you how you can quickly recolor anything, any object in the Procreate. Let's add this mood board to our canvas. It will be easier to work, and we have all the objects now here. And now let's use selection tool, and we can use rectangle selection, and let's select this rectangle selection. Let's use this inner part of this console table and copy and paste, and I have it on a separate layer. And now I need to adjust the size and shape so it matches the shape of this object. Let's do this. And also remember, we have a top and a bottom, so we will draw it at the end. So I will only insert this part here in the middle. Let's use again transfer tool, distort option, and first we will adjust this shape, and next we will change the color. Here, yes, like this. Good. Next, let's adjust the color. We need to show this black color. I pick this color and now I have it in my palette. Here you can see. And next, I make invisible this mood board. I stay on the layer with this object. And now I need to open additional menu. I swipe with the three fingers, three fingers here. And I have here a recolor option. If you can't see this recolor option, you need to activate it. And how you can do this? You need to go to the menu Preferences, next Gesture Controls, and here in the quick menu, first activate this three-finger swipe, so make it like that. And next, swipe with the three fingers, and next you can see any menu, for example, clear layer. You need to click, you need to hold, and next select, find this option, recolor, here, and select it. I will check if I have any questions. Okay, I can see any questions at this moment. Okay, now I have this recolor option. Where is my object? Oops, here. And I stay on this layer with this object. And next I swipe with the three fingers and select this recolor option. Okay, let's select. Now we see this cursor here, and we need to select again the color. I will select this black color. And also please check that you have 100% here in this flute menu. Again, you can move your cursor and see how the image changes. Okay, I will use this option. Maybe let's make it a little bit with a warm tone. Okay, good. Next, let's add this side. Actually, I have the sample of this wood texture and let's use it. I go to the layer with the mood board and select this piece, copy and paste. Next, let's place it here. I see now that the color a little bit different. We can adjust this later. Oops, let's first make it smaller and place it in this area. Good. Yes. And I want to adjust the color a little bit. I again take this color and I just drag and drop the color, and I have now the same color of this object, almost the same. Okay, next let's draw this top and bottom. Actually, we can, what also I want to do, I want to make these sides different in tones, because now we can't see the difference, so we need to make one of them lighter and one of them darker. So let's select this layer and create a new layer above and choose for this layer add mode. On add mode, I usually add and work with the light, and select clip and mask, pick lighter tone, maybe a bit lighter, and choose brush, a brush spray, and you have all these brushes in these free lessons. And let's add light here a bit. This is fine, and I go to the layer with this pot and create a new layer above, and I select multiply layer. On multiply layer, I work with the shadows and apply clip and mask, and let's select darker tone and make it darker. Yes, better. Now we see the difference now between these sides. This is good. And let's match these layers. Actually, we can match these layers and for this object. And now let's draw this bottom and top. For this, I will use the usual line with a thin tip. And let's draw. Now my drawing assistant switched on, and I can draw this top. If you want, you can open this reference image to see what you need to draw and how it looks. And the same here. Now I just draw in one solid color, and next I will add details, shadows. So now I just need a base for drawing, and I draw it. Like this. And also from this position we will see this part of the top. So I will create a new layer under this layer because I want to draw it. Again, I use Drawing Assistant to outline better the shape. And next, let's use freehand selection. Select it. And to see it better, let's use a lighter tone. And also, please remember that usually horizontal surfaces lighter than vertical surfaces. So also we can add some additional effects and highlights at the same moment while we have this selection active, like this. Yes. Good. And next, we can match these layers. And next, let's add details. Details, I mean these edges. For this, I will use, maybe let's use again airbrush spray because it has soft edges and it would be better to draw with the soft edges. These details, like this. And here. I want to make it thinner. Okay, I hope you can see through the camera. And here. And again, let's create a new layer above with the add mode and apply clipping mask. Oops. Clipping mask. And I want to highlight some details here to give interesting effect. And at the same time, I cover this effect of the photo by adding artistic strokes. And here, and highlight this edge a little bit. Okay, we can be back later to this. Let's go and draw other details. Okay, next, let's add this wood texture. It will help us to see better everything. You have already prepared texture, so you just need to go to the layer with this mood board, and you can use rectangle selection, select, copy and paste, and you have it on a separate layer. And please duplicate it one more time, and one copy move here and one copy place here, and you can use uniform option. Maybe it would be better because this part is bigger than this one, and I don't just want to make this texture bigger. It looks a little bit not very beautiful. I recommend you to adjust this piece, duplicate it one more time, make it bigger, like that. And I will use eraser tool to erase this edge between these two layers. I will use amber spray. And here, yes, looks good. And now these two. Let's move above the layer where we have this filled area and apply to this layer clipping mask. And now this texture placed inside this area. If needed, you can adjust the size. Good. And next, let's do for second one. I place it above, apply clipping mask. It's automatically applied, and adjust the size. Yes, looks good. We will add light later. Only one thing that I want to fix is the color. It should be a little bit warm. So I go to the menu, hue saturations and brightness, and here I move hue to the right side like that. Maybe you can't see these changes through the camera, but I see, and you can while you will be working on this sketch, you will see this, where is this original image, that the tone a little bit different. Okay, next let's add the image for this plaster inside in the middle. You have it here. So this is original image and this is already adjusted. I will use this one because it's prepared, but you also can adjust. If you have not very good quality of image, you can adjust it. You can use, for example, sometimes if I need to adjust the quality of the image, I use AI to make the image in better quality. And also you can add light here on these areas. Okay, I will use this prepared image. All these things, of course, I teach in my courses, and if you feel you want to learn more, I invite you to join them. Okay, next, let's adjust the size and place it here. And I will move it behind the layers of this cabinet or console. And let's also adjust the opacity of the outline sketch. Okay, I have it here and I apply clipping mask. So I place it inside the filled area. Yes, looks good. Next, let's we will add light and shadows later. Now I want to fill all the areas with the colors and details. Next, let's draw the mirrors. You have also the reference for the mirror, so we need to showcase this effect of mirror, this antique mirror, and I will show you how you can do this. So I go to the layer here for these mirrors, and what we can do, how we can draw it. Let's create a new layer above with the multiply mode. Pick this color, and next I suggest to use this Fury brush. You have it in your sets, and let's draw. Oops. Let's apply clipping mask, and let's draw this effect like this with darker tones. Maybe it will be dark, but let's see. We will adjust with the add mode. Also, you can try, for example, Nico roll brush. It's also very good to show this effect like this. Yes, next let's create a layer with the add mode and apply clipping mask, because this mirror should be lighter, and let's use this color, yellow color I see. So I try to pick almost the same color that I see in lighter areas of this on this photo. And let's pick again this foreign brush, and yes, and draw. Maybe it would be better to choose a lighter tone. So you need to try to find the right color, but please don't press hard on the stylus, very soft. So we need a soft strokes, like this. Yes. Next, let's take flat Copic brush. If you see some bright strokes, use this smash tool and smash. And with this brush, flat Copic, which has these visible edges, I like to show such lines and draw them by angle. So we will have such effect of glass, of reflected surface. Also, you can set Drawing Assistant if you want to draw these lines like that. Next, I will take the brush with the sketch theme tip. I want to show additional lines on this mirror, like we see here. Of course, they not straight, they has some uneven edge, but we can imitate it quickly with this brush. If you would like, you can use maybe again this folding brush and create again multiply layer above with a clipping mask and try to imitate this inch. Oops. Here. So this is way how possible to showcase this effect. Hope you can see through the camera. Sorry, I didn't check the questions. Maybe I will check them later. And also, if you have questions, you see the sign with the question. Please leave the questions under this sign. It's easy for me to see them. Okay. If you have time, you can add more details. I'm going to go to the next step. Next, we need to show frame. The frame on this mirror, like this one. Actually, let's create a new layer without clipping mask and take brush with a thin tip and black color. The frame will be in black. And just outline the position for the frame. It would be better to move it above the layer with wood texture. So draw above the layer with the wood texture. And I need to redraw it here and here. First, just shape black frame, but we also add highlights and volume. Yes. Let's pick lighter tone, and I would use the brush with a soft tip. Maybe here to see better. Here. This is quite thin lines, and maybe you can't see them through the camera, but these details that I also like to add to my sketches. Yeah. Next, let's add these sconces, so we will see the image, the whole image better. We have these sconces here. We have only one. Let's select it, copy and paste, and the first one will be here, and I will adjust the size. I have already outlined the position for both, and I duplicate this layer and place it here and adjust the size. Yes, like this. Good. Next, maybe we don't need this outline drawing anymore. Yeah, let's remove it. I see some spaces here. If you have something like that, you just need a little bit adjust the shapes. And oh, you can adjust the shape of this part of the ceiling. If we make it bigger, just a little bit, it's okay. And place it behind. Yes, looks good. Okay, next let's draw the walls and floor, and then we will adjust all details here. For the floor, there will be a marble texture, and let's go to the layer where you have this filled area, and you have actually one marble brush. I have much more. If you would like to get these brushes, please let me know. I will send you the link, and also all these marble brushes included in my courses. So let's create a new layer buff with a multiply mode and apply clipping mask, and take this marble brush. Oops, it would be better to take darker tone, and you can draw this marble texture. Also, I like to play with the brush size while I'm drawing because it gives interesting effect of marble. Also, you can change the color, the tone, so some of strokes will be darker. Next, let's create a new layer buff with add mode and apply clipping mask, and also add light strokes to create interesting effect of marble. Yes, this is enough. And as I mentioned, I have much more of marble brushes, and I usually use combinations of these brushes, so the marble looks interesting. Next, let's merge these layers and create again new layer with the multiply mode. We will be adding now shadows and apply clipping mask, because now we only have textures. And yes, I have many brushes, lots of sets. And let's add shadows here near the walls in the corners. Also, we can add shadow here and here, and thin shadow here. And also we will add reflection later. Let's add shadow first. Yes. Also, we can show gaps between the tiles. I use a sketch thin brush and draw these lines. For example, here and here. Again, we can add additional effects and vertical strokes to create this interesting effect. And next, let's create a layer with add mode and apply clipping mask and add again vertical strokes and highlight the edges of the tile. Here, here, I work with the very thin lines. Yes. Maybe you can't see them through the camera, but I hope you will see them then in this sketch. Yes, this is enough. Next, let's create this reflection. Actually, I don't have it here, but it's okay. So we need this layer, this one. Let's duplicate. Take one of them, move through the layer with our floor here. Next, oops, select it. Take transform tool and move it down and use distort option and adjust, because again all the lines, if you don't know how to do this, because I see these lines, what you can do, you can create a new layer with additional line and draw this line. Okay, you see that this is your guide lines, and go to the layer here, use distort option and adjust like this. Good. And you don't need this additional line. Let's adjust opacity and just erase the part. So I want to have it very soft. Maybe we can again adjust like this. Just very visible. It's okay. And here, let's use smash tool. I a little bit smash it. And on the layer with the multiply mode, using flat copy, I draw this part because we need to have to see again the reflection here. Also, let's pick this color from this wood and show the reflection. And the same we can do for this mirror. Actually, for mirror, it would be better to work on the layer with add mode. And draw these reflections. Okay, I feel that it's quite long. It's not so many people here. It's okay. Yes, this is fine. Next, let's adjust everything and add shadows to the walls. Go to the layer with the walls, create a new layer above with the multiply mode and apply clipping mask. And I pick the color with the walls and I use this airbrush spray and I darken the area. I actually will use the tone from the ceiling because it's quite dark. And I darken it on the edge of the canvas and here. Also, we need to show moldings. We can do this on the same layer. Let's show very thin shadow from the mirror here. And next, yeah, you can add these moldings. Let's create a new layer for this with the multiply mode. And I outline the position with the darker tones first. And it will be here. So I set almost the same height. And next depends on the moldings, what design you want to show. I will simplify everything a little bit because I don't want to spend lots of time. But in the lesson, you can draw what you feel you want to showcase. Okay, next we will add lighter tones and give volume to the moldings. I create a new layer with add mode now. We don't need to apply clipping mask, just take actually the same, we can use the same tone and use the same airbrush spray. And maybe you will need to adjust the opacity. Let's adjust the opacity and draw these light lines. And you see now that we have volume on these moldings. Also try to draw very carefully that your lines meet each other in the corners. This is also very important. Maybe it will take some time for you. Okay, like this, and to this one. Yes, here and here. Yes. So I hope you understand the idea. First we draw shadows, and next we add volume with the lighter tones. Yes, good. Next, let's a bit fix this ceiling. It's not difficult. If you have something like that, you need to cover the part of the image. You go to this layer. There is a few options. You can pick the same color, which is near. Take airbrush spray and cover with this. We will draw these spots of light later. So let's first. Also, let's apply alpha lock. So we will be drawing inside this area. So I pick the colors and I use this color to hide what I see. Yeah, this is good. Next, let's pick these darker tones because I need to show this design. There is some gaps or steps on the ceiling. Okay, looks good. Next, what I will do, I create a new layer with the add mode because for me now this ceiling looks too dark comparing to the whole composition, and I apply clipping mask and I use again airbrush spray, and let's a little bit make it lighter here. Good. Next, let's complete our sketch, add the final touches and everything. First, I go to this middle part with the plaster and I want to adjust it to make it lighter. I create a new layer above with the add mode and I apply clipping mask. I pick this color and use soft brush and I'll make it a little bit lighter in the middle and maybe near these sconces because we have light source here. Okay, and also we need to showcase this light along the edges. Let's do this so it will be behind. Let's go to the layer with the wood texture and create a new layer above and set add mode, and let's use this light pen here, and let's pick yellow color and let's add this light. But also please be careful, work and don't press hard on the stylus, very soft, like this. And if needed, you can erase these areas. like this. If you feel you want to make the visibility of this light more, you can use Gaussian blur and blur it a bit like this. Okay. Next, I still on the layer with the wood texture. I want to add more volume to this wood texture near the sconces. I want to add light. I create a new layer with add mode and I apply clipping mask. Let's pick this color, choose lighter tones, and select this airbrush spray, and this light, maybe lighter. Yes. And I would make it darker at the bottom. I create a new layer with a multiply mode and apply clipping mask. Oops. Don't combine, apply clipping mask. All these techniques, maybe if you feel that it's difficult, it's not difficult when you learn this technique. It's quite simple to use and gives you good opportunity to create sketches very fast. Okay. And next I will add just a little shadow here from the sconces. So we feel that they are attached to this wall, not flying above. So there should be the shadow as well, because we have light source on this ceiling. Yeah, good. Next, let's add flowers. We have this face, copy and paste, and also you have these flowers. If you would like, you can add anything else what you would like to include in your sketch. So I will use this face. I'll place it above all the layers here. Oops. Let's make it smaller. And the flowers here. Additionally, we can adjust actually the vase. It would be better to place it here and add a small shadow so it looks staying on this surface, not flying. And also you can add a little highlights. I create a new layer with the add mode and apply clipping mask. And let's add highlights. We'll use flat copying brush. Good. Yes. And we can also add shadow from this vase on this wall. Let's duplicate this vase. So you have it here and pick the color from this wall. Next, select and fill layer. You see now, and choose multiply layer. And actually, you can create like this. Use Gaussian blur, and or we can use even motion blur like this. So just imitate the shadow, and maybe I will adjust the transparency like this. Yes, almost everything. Let's add light on this ceiling. I create a new layer, and also you have in the brushes in your set, you have this brush glow. Let's set this yellow color and let's use add mode for this layer and just tap, and next you can adjust the shape and place it here, for example. I don't remember where it was, maybe here. Yes. And duplicate it and place the second one here. Yeah. If you feel that they're too bright, you want to adjust, you always can adjust the opacity of the layers. Make them not too bright, like that, for example. Yes, I think this is almost everything. Let's add additional light from these sconces. I feel it would be better to add. I have this sconces here on these layers, and I match these layers. And let's create a new layer above with add mode and apply clipping mask. And use airbrush spray and just a little bit add such details to highlight the parts of these sconces. Yes, looks good to me. Now I like them much more. And what next? Let's go above all the layers, create a new layer with add mode, and take again airbrush spray and add final touches, but please don't press too hard. I don't want to see these white spots. No, just very soft strokes and touches on the sketch here or maybe on the floor. And this is, I believe this is almost everything. So let me see, let me check what else I want to add. Of course, if you would like, we can add additional details, books, for example, like here, or maybe we can add additional highlights on these mirrors to highlight a little bit. And again, what else we can do? We can add reflections actually inside these mirrors. It also will be beautiful. What you can add? Because I have another sketch that I have created for this room. I used this sketch. So let me think what we can do. Maybe if we save this image, next go to the layer where we have these mirrors, and next we add this. Place it inside, and if we move it, no, we need to see something no, maybe like that. What we can do, if you have any sketch that might works, you can use it and insert inside these mirrors like a reflection. Or another option of what we can do, for example, we can add reflection of the floor. Let's go to the layer with add mode, use this flat copy brush, set drawing assistant, and we can draw such lines to imitate the reflection of the floor, like floor continue on this side, on these parts. Maybe we can use marble brush, but better on the layer with the multiply mode. Now we can see it very well. We have finished the sketch, and now I'm looking forward to seeing your work. Please send me your work for feedback, and don't forget to tag me. I would love to see it, and it really makes me happy. And most important, keep drawing and have a great day. I'm glad you completed the lessons. And please remember, I provide my feedback on your work, so please send them to my email. And this feedback will help you understand what you should focus on next. I believe these lessons were useful for you and you learned new skills. But these lessons cover just a little aspects of sketch creation. And in real life, project tasks can be more extensive and detailed. And I invite you to continue learning with me and achieve great results. I developed two comprehensive programs. Procreate for design projects, and Master 2 and 3D sketch plans and isometric views. The Procreate for Design project course designed for beginners, and you will learn how to create sketches from scratch, understand perspective, how to add volume and atmosphere to your sketch, and also develop your own drawing style. In the course 2 and 3D sketch plan and isometric view, you will learn how to create sketch plans from scratch, how to draw objects from scratch, add volume and atmosphere, create depth. And also you will learn how to showcase plans and draw landscapes and also a night scene in the sketch. Both courses complement each other, and together they form a complete learning program that I highly recommend for your growth. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always happy to help. Keep drawing and enjoying the process. I wish you success and creativity.